Hello, everybody. This is Sue McNaughton, the Communications Director for the Pennsylvania Department of Corrections, and we are joined today by Donielle Martin and her son Noah. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
And so, Donielle, we wanted to talk to you because we heard and saw a news article about you where you were making masks. But first, I wanted to point out to everybody that you are a parole agent. Is that true? Okay. And so tell me your story. How is it that you decided to make masks? Who were you making them for? And how is it that you even know how to do this?
Well, because of the pandemic, the DOC has and parole has, they've been really good at providing us with all of these essential supplies for us to do our job. So when they first gave us the mask, I was looking at it, it's my duty day, and I'm talking to my colleagues. It's like, look, I can make this. And so they're like, you should. And so I went home and I tried, and I was like, oh my goodness, I made it. And then I was like, well, maybe I should make a couple more. Then Agent Castleberry said, she was telling me about an article that she saw where the nurses and doctors were like begging for face masks and supplies to be donated, and begging for people that knew how to make them. So I decided, I have all of this fabric. Everything is shut down. I'm not doing anything, so why not get to work?
Excellent. So why did you have all that fabric?
Oh, yeah. So I teach free sewing classes for kids at the Allegheny West Foundation in North Philadelphia. I before parole, I did it about once a month, but now I do it a little less frequently. But the kids love it. I love it. I can't do it right now. I miss my kids. But yeah, it's awesome. So I had all of the supplies from doing those classes.
Excellent. And I just wanted to announce here that we've been joined by Michelle.
Yes.
Hi, Michelle. So Michelle Rivera has joined us. And Michelle, tell us what your role is with the Department of Corrections and Parole Supervision.
Well, I'm currently the district director of Chester and part of Philly, so like this eastern region. And I oversee the Chester district office, the Norristown district office, and the sex offender units division in Philadelphia, and the CCC division in Philadelphia.
Okay, and so Donielle is a parole agent in your area.
Yes, in the Norristown sub-office.
Okay, great. So thanks for joining us. She was telling us about how she saw, all of the masks were provided to employees, and she looked at them and was like, I can do this. And she happened to have all of this material and supply at home. And so she decided to make some. And really, you saw the news stories, Donielle, about how the healthcare professionals in your area really needed PPE. And I think that's great. So you made them and you teach local kids how to sew. You're also a seamstress.
Well, I'm a novice seamstress.
Okay, well, Ms. Novice Seamstress, how many face masks do you think you made?
So we donated 220 to the hospital, but we have another that my son and my goddaughter, she's at home right now, but they helped me make them. They helped me with cutting them, and when we're sewing, then we have to iron. Noah, he's tired of sewing. He's like, Mom. But he's a little nervous right now.
So Noah, do you dream about making masks? You make so many of them that you're having nightmares about making masks? Well,
sometimes before I start working in the morning, I usually wake him up about 6 a.m. and have him help me from 6 to 8.
Wow.
But he's been kind about it because he could have been a lot less nice about it. I appreciate it.
Okay, so if you make them from 6 to 8, and then you work your regular shift, and then you come home and you make them as well till what? Like you go to bed?
Well, sometimes if I'm tired, then I'll just cut out fabric so in the morning we can just start sewing.
Okay. So are you still making these masks now?
Well, Yes, but after I get to 100 and that's 320 total, we're done. Because I'm
Wow.
tired.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to, but then I feel like, but they still need help. So that's why we ended up doing a little more.
So how many total have you made, do you think?
We gave them 220 and we did another 80 the last time I counted. So at least 300. I have 80 that I'm taking tomorrow.
Wow. And tell me, what is their reaction to your delivering these masks to them? How do they receive them?
Well, they're very nice. We took them to Einstein Medical Center at what's that, Broad and Alany here in Philly, and they were very receptive. They're very nice. A lot of people are giving donations, but they're still running out of supplies. It's not enough.
Wow.
But the thing about the fabric masks is that they can wash them. They're machine washable, so they can reuse them.
Right. Now, I read the one article about you and you had run out of elastic. Is that true? And how did you fix that situation?
Oh my goodness. So I called Gaffney's Fabric and the owner, Kate Gaffney, she's really nice. I love her. She answered and she said, I was like, are you open? She said, no. And I was like, okay. She said, what do you need? I said, I need some elastic. I'm making masks to donate to the hospital. And she said, I'll bring them to you. And I said, oh my goodness, really? No, I'll come get them right now. And I went. She's amazing. They've been very helpful.
Excellent. So it's really amazing how in times of need, the community pulls together, like you and your son and your goddaughter, the owner of the fabric store. I just think it's amazing, and all to protect the individuals who are really on the front line, the medical staff. And of course, you're on the front line as well, because, you know, a lot of the general businesses have had to shut down, but parole supervision continues. So you're also out on the front line, you know, making sure that the parolees and the reentrants are doing what they're supposed to be doing. So I want to thank you on behalf of the Department of Corrections for your efforts during this pandemic. It certainly is a situation that we've never experienced before. And I often think of the Fred Rogers, the Mr. Rogers quote, where he said, he was scared when he was watching news stories about bad things happening, and his mother would say, look for the helpers. There's always helpers. And you and Noah, you're helpers. And it's really heartwarming to know that at a time when we're all so isolated and so scared, that you're there helping.
Thank you very much.
And Michelle, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
Just that I'm so proud of Agent Martin, Donnie, as we call her. Sorry about that. She's a sweetheart. She's pure. She just have a good heart, and I can see that her son is just a true example of her as well. And I'm so proud of her. And I was so excited when I saw the article, and she's so humble. It's just a blessing, you know, to have a staff like that on board and willing to go the extra mile. But she's like that the way she conducts her business as an agent as well. So I expect yes.
Well, thank you, both of you, all of you, three of you. Is there anything that you wanted to say before we end the interview?
Thank you for your time, and I appreciate it. I told Director Rivera, I'm so embarrassed. Like, please don't. I just wanted to do it and not say anything. I don't want to make a fuss, but you know, thank you. I appreciate it. I didn't look at it like that. I didn't think it was such a big deal. I just knew that they could